Hi, I'm Tiffany Perry, and this is video 3 of interacting with Storyline. If you haven't already seen video 1 and 2, you can go ahead and click the link above. Video 1, we talked about creating interactive buttons in Storyline, and in video 2, we talked about creating layers. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to disable the next button. Okay, so I'm in Story View, and this is our slide that we created. If we want to add a new slide to go to it, we can just double click and add a new slide. If you have a template you've created, you can do it from there, but we're just going to do a blank slide. So this is one scene, and as you see, I have a second scene added here. We'll do something a little bit later with that. So let's go ahead and go back into our first scene here. So this is what we've already created from video 1 and video 2 by making our buttons interactive. Well, today we're going to talk about how to disable that next button so that when you are going through there, you want to make sure that your learners are looking at each module and they're going through each module before they are going on to the next slide. So what we want to do is go into our triggers. Like I said before, everything happens with a trigger. So we'll click on triggers. So here we're going to click on change the state of, and we want to change the state of our next button. So you have two options here. You can hide it or you can disable it. I like to disable it. They can still see it, but it's not clickable. All right, so and we're going to put when the timeline ends of this slide, okay? So once again, we click on triggers. Now we're going to change the state of, our next button. And we're going to leave it at normal this time. And we're going to go down to objects. There it is, state. So here we can select which one. So we have the option to select all of the modules here. So we're changing the state. So when the next button will become normal again and they can click on it again once they have gone through each one of these modules. So we click on each one of the rectangles here. And then we click OK. And then we also, right here, we want to make sure it says visited. We are making sure that it says visited and not normal or hovered over. So once the learner has gone to the visited state, that is when, and they've gone through each one of these modules, that's when it will turn back to normal and they can click on the next one. So we click OK. Now, one more thing we need to add. You see we have over here our new slide that we added in. Well, we're not going to be able to get to it unless we tell it to go to it, even after we've gone through each one of the modules, because the next button will be open, but it doesn't know where we're going to go from there. So once again, another trigger. Click on triggers. So now from here, we're going to go jump to slide. So it kind of gives you suggestions. So we want to jump to the next slide. When the user clicks and next. So we already know when the user clicks next, they can't go to it because we've already set up a trigger unless they have gone through each one of the modules. So we are going to make sure that it says jump to the next slide when the user clicks next. All right, so we click OK. And we go up here to our preview. Okay, so we have module 1, module 2, 3, 4, and now we can click next, and there's our next slide. So I hope that was helpful for you. And in my next video, I'm going to share with you branching scenarios and how you can branch to different scenes. I already had one scene set up, so we'll go over some of those in the next video. If this was helpful, please subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.